What is up, you guys? Brandon Kibler here. Thanks for tuning in to the Sippin' Something YouTube channel where we taste, sip, and review. I haven't done a video in a while. I actually just changed the YouTube name because I have been sipping more than eating more on videos. So we just took the food part out and now we're just sipping. I also haven't done a video in a while, but I did recently start an Instagram page. Sippin' Something 19 is the Instagram name. It's just easier to post more frequently on there, but I do want to get back into video reviews because they're fun, interactive, and fun. Why not, right? Let's start off, right? So I recently found and heard about an amazing whiskey that's going to be coming out, and I've actually had a lot of people reaching out to me to stop doing wine reviews, do whiskey. So we're going to do whiskey. I'm going to make some of my boys happy. So let's get to it. Lip Service Rye by Savage & Cook. The owner of Savage & Cook is Dave Finney, who in the wine world is looked at as a legend winemaker, a legend in the wine business, a legend in wine marketing. Wine, Dave Finney. Anybody that enjoys wine, especially California ones, you really don't have anything bad to say about anything he has touched, been involved in. They always come out delicious and amazing. So from my perspective, if he were to get into the spirits business, it's going to be pretty damn good. So that's kind of what I'm already going in thinking this. I've looked at a couple reviews that other people have done. They got their hands on this earlier than I did. Haven't heard anything bad about it. So I'm really excited to give this a try. Looking at the bottle itself, this obviously looks like it was made by someone who is not a traditionalist. Most whiskey bottles look clear, 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 clear. That didn't do very well. I need to get a tripod. But as you can tell, most whiskey bottles, they don't look like this. So jumping off the bat, you know that already this is something that's different, untraditional, a rebel in that area, which definitely, it excites me because when you walk through the whiskey section, nothing really jumps out. Unless you know a product, unless you have someone who's told you, go look for this product, nothing really jumps out. So from the marketing, he knocked it out the park with this. So let's get it going. It's a whiskey rye. So a whiskey rye means that it's 51% rye. What's the difference between bourbon, rye, all that stuff? For something to be a bourbon, it needs to be 51% corn. So this product itself is going to be kind of interesting because it is 51% rye, because it's a rye, but it's also 45% corn. So it's as close to a bourbon as you possibly could get. In order for something to be considered a rye, it has to be 51%. So that's the bare minimum. Most ryes, they're intense. They have pepper flavors. They have more of a spice to it. Where a bourbon has more of that sweetness to it. That's where like those brown sugar flavors come. Maybe some honey, some vanilla, something of that sort. So this is going to be really interesting to try because it's it's an anomaly. It's different. It's not a rye, but it is a rye. So let's get it going. Let's take off this tape. Ooh, with a glass cork. Let's give this a go. Let's see, look at that color. Ooh, that smells delicious. You definitely get the rye. It definitely has that, that kick that a rye normally has. But it also, so from what I've read, he takes the whiskey out of the barrels and then lets it sit in his Grenache wine barrels in France. So I definitely am getting kind of that, if you were to put your nose into just a wine, there's that floralness that comes with it. It's definitely popping out in this glass. It smells delicious. If you were to bump into someone who has absolutely no clue about wine or whiskey, I could see someone, again, who has no clue, putting their nose in there and maybe guessing some type of wine. Again, I said someone that has no clue. So for all you experts, I apologize. Don't get mad. All right, let's give this a go. Wow. Okay, all right. So you definitely, it is a rye. Again, 51% rye. You get that pepperness to it, but you get that bourbon feel to it. The finish is long, but you definitely get that vanilla, that honeyness. It kind of right when you take the sip, you get that rye, but it's finishing with that vanilla honeyness. Like it's like a tickle on your back, just something that's like, hey, how you doing? Wow, that's delicious. I may have a new bourbon, new whiskey. That's my favorite. If you are, if you are a rye person, you love rye whiskey, I'd say give it a try. But it's not gonna taste like a rye. If you don't like rye, my girlfriend hates rye. 3 of those bottles that I just showed are rye. She thinks they just take up space. If you don't like it, give this a try. It may be something that kind of, it's not going to make you like rye, but to say you like a rye whiskey, it may open up that door for you. But it's in its own ballpark. That's something definitely you should give it a try. I think I found it for $30, so it's not expensive at all. Forgot to mention I'm looking at the label right now. It is aged 3 years in the barrel, so it's very young. But that little touch maybe with letting it sit in the Grenache barrels, that creates the nose. It creates definitely a beautiful floralness that comes with it. But yeah, definitely worth a try. And also, it's just eye-catching. That's something that you can sit on your shelf and someone's gonna go, "What the hell is that?" So, back to making some videos. Brandon Kibler, thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, unlike. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Sippin' Something YouTube channel. Later, you guys.